So here is a Pixelcade LED protruding mount, and this could also work on LCD as well. So let me show you how this is going to install. So this is the back piece. Here's the back. This is the main board, so you're going to want to connect this USB A to A cable, one end on this, and then the other end to your arcade PC or Raspberry Pi. And so because this is a protruding mount, then you're going to have some basically holes where you can attach this to the back wood of your cab. So in this one you can see is actually a pretty tight fit, but it'll ship with these wood screws like so. So I would recommend highly to pre-drill in the back of your cab. So basically line this up, pre-drill it, and then hand screw in this screw right here, these 4 screws. So just envision this basically attaching to the back wood of your current arcade cabinet marquee, right? So this is basically going to be bolted to the back. So do that first. Then once you're done with that, go ahead and unpeel the masking off of this. I'm not going to do this since I'm going to actually ship this to a customer, but unpeel the masking tape on both sides, right? And this is basically the diffuser piece. And so you need the diffuser piece because, see, the LEDs are quite bright actually. And so this will, see if I can, here's an example. Here's a scrap piece I have, so I can go ahead and show you how this works. Okay, so basically you're going to take your diffuser, go like so. You can see that's a much nicer look without the diffuser and with the diffuser. So you 100% want to have the diffuser. And then again, I'm going to switch over to this one since it's a slightly different cut. And you're going to take this guy here. Now let's unplug it. And just attach these 4 thumb screws. This comes actually, this little hex key tool here, so let's just use the same tool that you'll have. Okay, so depending on which model you got, it may or may not have a topper piece. So the topper piece looks like this. And again, depending on the model you have, you may or may have a topper piece on just on the top or also on the bottom. But what's pretty cool about this topper piece is that it will, because remember this is going to be basically flush mount against your cab, right? So imagine looking down, this is your top view. So if you've got the topper piece, then you basically cover up the LEDs and you don't see them. And what's kind of neat about this topper piece is it's laser cut in such a way that will actually stay together with just friction. So you don't have to glue it, just basically snap it in. That's pretty cool. And then same thing on the bottom. Yours may not have a bottom topper piece, so it just depends on what model you have, but if you have, do the same thing on your topper piece on the bottom. And again, I'm sort of cheating here because in the real world, this would have already been installed in your cab. So you'd be kind of reaching down here and going like so, putting in the topper piece. I'm just kind of cheating here just to kind of show you what it's going to look like. At the bottom, it's the same thing. It's that same friction. And just kind of snap it in like so. I got one little thing. There we go. All right, so it's a pretty tight fit, which is good because you know it's not going to come off. And then lastly, once you've got this mounted in your cab, you will be able to get to it from the back of your cab. And so plug in this USB cable in here. Don't forget to do that. And then the other end goes into your arcade PC. And then also this right here is where you plug in your power. So just take this, plug in your power, and you're all set. Now, if you happen to have an LCD marquee as opposed to LED, then the LCD actually works over Wi-Fi or hardline Ethernet. So we actually won't use the USB cable. If it's LCD, you'll be using just plain old Wi-Fi or hardline Ethernet if you have Ethernet available. And then same thing, the only difference is on the LCD, the power supply is actually a 12 volt 5 amp power supply, as opposed to LED, which is 5 volt 10 amp. So make sure you don't get those mixed up. If you plug in a 12 volt power to your LED, it will actually fry it. So just be careful, and if it's LED, just make sure you're plugging in the right 5 volt 10 amp. That's pretty much it. Thanks for watching.